last time I saw you was a few weeks ago now in Cumbria, doing a 50, and now you're doing a 10.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a different effort.
Yeah, it was. Sporting course as well. So, you're dealing with, hills, descents, technical sections, traffic, that kind of stuff. And so it's quite different, yeah.
Well, I know there's a little bit of inter-rivalry between you and Dan within the team. What's that like? Does that sort of help spur you on?
It has to, I think. You always know you're going to get a tough race. And even with, Kyle's come on a lot recently as well, and so he was in the mix too. And I don't know what the final results are, but you always know, this, you have to give it everything, because that's all you can do if you're going to win.
What's your racing sort of program? Because I haven't seen you in a race since. Have you raced since Cumbria, or you just been
No, just been at home training. Kind of focusing on the time trials. The National 10 was the other day, obviously, and I missed that just because I'd been preparing for this one, specifically with sort of sporting courses in mind and trying to qualify for maybe World Championships. So I'd been looking at this specifically. Just been at home training away.
Now, you had a stellar year last year. How do you look back at this year? I guess it's a little bit flat that you haven't had the opportunity to go for the big results.
Yeah, I think the road season, that you can take that perspective from it. I think the fact we've had the track over the winter was at least something to put away and say, well, the year's not been a total waste. But yeah, it's been tough, and I can imagine a lot of people have struggled, motivating themselves, especially when even later on in the year things are being cancelled. I think in the UK you're limited to CTT time trials, and that's going to be it. That's going to be your lot. So yeah, everyone's had to refocus, and kind of. I think people that enjoy training probably have got through this period a whole lot better. I mean, some people love to race and hate training, and I'm one of those people that actually I really enjoy the process of training and plugging away. And if I get 2 or 3 races a year, it wouldn't be the end of the world to me. But as long as you've got something to target, something in your mind.
And when you're going through that training process, is it like overtraining shorter sections of a 10 mile or a 25 mile or whatever?
I think you can train 2 ways, I guess. You can either train for the specificity of the race, or you can train the physiology of what you'll need for a racing. And I think I looked at it from the second point of view, and sort of training everything I'll need for a race, but not specifically breaking down a 10-mile time trial and saying, right, it's a 20-minute race, so I'll do 5 by 4 minutes at my 10-mile time trial pace. I looked at it slightly differently from that, but there's still an element of, I was out here a couple of days ago wrecking the course, did a few sections where you're going at race pace and that kind of thing. So I'm still, you specifically target areas of the course, but in terms of training, it's a more holistic kind of view I take.
Going for obviously aiming for selection for the Worlds, but no one knows what the course is going to be like.
Yeah,
that must make the whole thing difficult.
Yeah, it has. Especially when it was announced that Eagle was cancelled, it kind of changed your perspective a lot, and thought, well, I had that kind of familiar view everyone had of all races being cancelled. What do I do now? Yeah. So when they said that it's not cancelled, it's being rearranged to a new location, you kind of just have to hope for the best. And again, you don't even know if you're going to get picked, so you're sort of training thinking, I might get picked, it might be on, I don't know, but at the end of it you've got to say, well, I enjoy my training and there's nothing else to do, so that's all I can do, and sort of plug away. So I think it gets announced in the next 2 or 3 days what happens, whether it's being moved somewhere else or whether it's being cancelled or postponed or whatever. I'm not sure what to expect, but we'll just have to wait and see.
World aside, finally, are there any events that you're aiming for?
I guess if all that goes to pot, then you're looking still at time trials as National 25, National 50, closed circuit, those kind of ones. They're always good fun. Get together with Dan, try and see what we can pick off, and then I guess Cy Wilson. The fact there's quite a few guys in the team now. Cy Wilson got bronze yesterday in the National 10. I think it's maybe the second time he's done that. So we've got a fair squad to hit the time trials with.
One thing that just popped into my head to finish on, 2023.
Right.
I think there's a little World Championship in Scotland.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's kind of it's every now and again it gets brought up. My sister's big and involved in promoting it, and she brings it up a lot. And so that's an exciting prospect. It's kind of really is the back of my mind at the moment. There's just so much other stuff going on. But that's a cool thought, especially having seen what the Commonwealth Games brought in 2014. If you bring them by big World Championships and that kind of atmosphere, it's exciting.
And have you any thoughts on which way you're going to go on that? Is it going to be track or road, or?
It's too soon to say, really. Yeah. It's kind of you always, when you're in the road focus like I am at the moment, you're always tempted to say, I'd like to give the time trial a go, or see if I can qualify for that. But when I get back on the track and I go, I really do love the track. So it's always a tough decision.
You've had great success on the track.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, and that's probably where I'm best suited. Yeah, it's. I mean, if the opportunities, it depends what opportunity is there really. But yeah, I'd take any opportunity to ride.